You are the first. It'd be really nice I get the damn bot to update the show thing. I don't have to tell everybody in Discord. But the bot is not doing that, so I gotta fix it eventually. At least my mic's working this time. How's my day? It's going okay. I got a new role that is like super freaking long. Like 17 pages of reading. It's like doing an audiobook. It would be good if it paid. I mean, it's paying something, but paying more would be better. Better than nothing. Gonna share a little song with y'all while we're waiting.
Scout burst in with blood on his face. Tiny ass room, it's a damn crawl space. There's 20 cultists packed wall to wall. If we fight in there, we'll all fall. Barbarian said, bro, I can barely swing. Paladin said I can channel a thing. Druid sniff smells like bad guano and doom. And the rogue mutter, this feels like a tomb. The ranger squinted, hey, where's the floor? The mage tripped and kicked in the door. Everyone turned to him with dread, and he just smirked and raised his head. I don't give a shit about how large is the room. I cast fireball, make it go boom. I don't give a damn if we're tied in a hall, 'cause fireball solves it all. It was 8 by 8, barely space to stand. The mage was grinning, fireball in hand. Rogue screamed no, the paladin said a prayer, but we all knew death was already there. There's no ventilation, the warlock cried, I'm under a table. The ranger lied, druid yelled, turn back. Mid-bear shift, but too late. Fireball began to lift. I don't give a shit about how large is the room. I cast fireball, make it go boom. I don't give a damn if we're tied in a hall, 'cause fireball solves it all. The spell went off like a sun in a jar. Our gear's now soup and our souls went far. The rogues now ash, the tanks just dust. The druid's bare form combusted just. Cleric's bones are lightly toasted. Dwarf's beard is flame roasted. And the mage, oh, he's super dead. But he laughed the whole time as his hat caught red. I don't give a shit about how large is the room. I cast fireball, make it go boom. I don't give a damn if we're tied in a hall, 'cause fireball solves it all. Solves it all.
I thought we would do something a little different. So by the Bardic DM, who did that little fun thing for the holidays. Well, yeah, that's I think the whole point of the song is he literally killed everybody in his party because he's an idiot. So roll initiative. I mean, it's an 8x8 room. I don't know where you're gonna go. In fact, here's what I was thinking when I listened to that song. because I play D&D. I play all those tabletop games. Why not just kick open the door and nuke the room? And everybody else stay the hell out of said room. Scout already told you what's going on. You don't need to go in there and die. All right, so today I guess we're talking about the Epstein list. Is that what's up? Happening? Is that the thing that's crack-a-lacking today? Let's see. I really kind of want to get it, so I'm financially screwed the rest of the year, but once I start having money once again in my lifetime, I'm kind of wanting to get a bullpup, and I'm trying to decide if I want to get the Caltech or get the Jackal one that just came out by Palmetto. I think it's Palmetto, right? I gotta go double check. I don't want to get a Tavor. I don't want to get something other people have, is what it is. I want to get something different just so I could screw around with it and see how well it is. So, anyways, let's see. There's the good old picture of Stephen Hawking on good old Epstein Island there. I guess we'll start with that. I don't know. Don't give a shit how big is the room. Huh? This is my main channel. This is the same channel. I just rebranded. I rebranded because I was having co-hosts and stuff come on, and it just saying Wolf Neve and not being me was kind of weird. So I changed the name to Havoc Report because I was having other people step in. That's right. Now I'm a very nice anime boy. Mainly because due to health issues, I was feeling like crap lately. Instead of getting all made up for the show, I just hop on and do my VTuber, and you guys get a show, and everybody's happy. Yeah, that's right. Booster. So here's something that's really funny about this image, right? With Stephen Hawking and this woman here on the right. I don't even know if it's a woman. Whoever she is on the far right has a name tag. And so does this guy too, which is kind of weird. Maybe handlers? I don't know. Yeah, all the gang tats on my face. That's right. Cyberpunk gang. Ask Grok if Hawkins can get an erection? All right, let's go see. Can Stephen Hawkins get erect? My FBI handler is always very confused by me. Yes, Stephen Hawking was able to get an erection at least for a significant portion of his life. Oh, there we go. No, he's dead. Show them anime feet? You gotta pay for the anime foot. This one does have legs and feet. So the blunt answer is yes for a long time after his diagnosis. So yeah, apparently that's a thing. It's a thing. Ohio shoplifter tries to shoot officer, but the gun malfunctions. The officer was inside the loss prevention office. Let's go do this. Use the Hawking voice to read comments. Let me put this on while I look for more Epstein shit. Crackhead over here apparently thought it'd be a good idea to shoot the police. Newman pulled out a handgun and tried to shoot the officer. The gun did not fire. Walmart asset protection associate jumped on Newman before he could try again. The officer did not shoot because he did not want to hit the employee. Newman is charged with attempted murder, felony assault on a police officer, robbery, drug possession, having a weapon. Why would you shoot a cop over like theft inside of a Walmart, dude? Like, let me go. Hold on. I'm doing like multiple things at once. My brain's going different directions. Okay. Hold on. Well, Tio, find me Epstein news. Okay. Let me go do that. All right. We're going to go do it. All right. The cop just runs up with his knees up in the head. Now look at that guy's face, taking a flying knee from the officer. Couple punches in the head, takes him down. Honestly, this guy got off lucky, right? This guy got off super lucky. Yeah, lucky for the misfire. Some higher power said, officer, today you don't die. Kick and then body slam. Yeah, you know, if he would have grabbed this dude and just like John Glad Van Damned him and snapped his neck, I would have been okay with that, to be honest. Use your hands now. And he's lucky the cop didn't shoot him in the face. Also, that pistol is probably stolen because he looks like a crackhead and doesn't have any money. And that pistol had, I think, an RMA on it and a... Yeah, there's an RMA on it and what looks like an O-light. Right on that. Now, YouTube, don't kick me off, dickhead. I'm here showing, you know, news footage. And he tried to re-rack it to try to shoot an officer. Shoot an officer again over theft at Walmart. You're probably going to get a slap on the wrist and asked to leave, but I don't know. I feel like the cop should have just shot him in the face and saved society some time. Maybe teach his fat wife there not to hang around criminals. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I get if I was that cop, I might have pistol whipped the shit out of him, to be honest. Just think if cops still carried batons, like, had a wooden baton and just started, you know, just beating the shit out of them. Jamie, please stop. Yeah, Jamie's going to prison for a long time. Use your hands now. That should be my new, that should be my thing every time someone donates. It's just the cop kneeing this dude in the face. It's not really the face, it's more of the chest. But again, this cop showed some restraint. Like, I don't know if I would have that amount of restraint, to be honest, so it tried to kill me. People are all saying, just execute him now. He was, of course, prohibited from possessing a firearm. Hey, thank you, Savage.
Blackberry and Savage has just tipped $20. Like in Lord of these YouTube streets, I am about to partake in a succulent Chinese meal with duck sauce in a moment. Happy Baller Friday. Shout out to all grandmothers. WHO made the age where their boobs touch the ground. See you later. Love, Savage.
Oh God. Oh. Savage going after them Gmas now. We thought Tio was the Gilf Hunter. It's actually Savage. Oh, thanks, brother, for that 20. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. What the hell was that? That was a super chat, or that was a TTS chat, whatever you want to call it. Oh. Oh, good times. That was a good laugh for the morning. Or afternoon, whatever time it is. Back to what I was reading. So Newman is charged with attempted murder, felony, assault on a police officer, robbery, drug possession, having a weapon under disability. And having a weapon under disability? What? Is that a thing? Knockout. Yeah. He was prohibited from possessing a firearm due to a prior felony. Is that the disability as a felon? Police recovered 50 blue Molly pills after his arrest. Jeffrey is charged with a complicit to commit robbery. Newman was issued a $1 million bond, and Jeffrey was given a $500,000 bond. 5150? Yeah, I guess. Man, again, lucky for that cop, the weapon jammed. Like, damn, man. Maybe if he has a medical marijuana card, you can't have both, the card and a license to carry. Well, I mean, he had a bunch of Molly on him, so it wasn't weed. It was party drugs that he had on him. MDMA license. I'm allowed to carry this. This is my MDMA license. Oh, what is Trump's? Okay, I don't know what Trump's speaking about. I don't really care, to be honest. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the Epstein files. Oh, you meant the disability thing. I think it was 5150 is probably what it was. Or he's a felon, or both. So these are our Epstein release files. You gotta be goddamn kidding me. There's nothing here. Here's some blank sheets. We redacted everything. Excuse me, AI, could you put the lettering back on this? Can you give us some context? Yeah, that was Diddy. Let's see. This is Jeffrey Epstein, case for child sexual exploitation materials. Something that's blacked out. Compliance stated that she is a professional artist and took pictures of her sister 12 and 16 for her own personal artwork. Epstein state that the photos and negotiates and is believed to have the pictures to potentially buyers. Epstein at one time requested blank take pictures of the young girls at a swimming pool. Epstein is now threatening blank if she tells anyone about the photos to be burn her, and that the photos he will burn her house down. One, why are you taking photos of your 12 and 16-year-old for personal artwork? That seems really weird. There's something about that which is kind of freaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this person's also kind of a threat. Just throwing that one out there. I don't know who this person was allegedly, but this was September 3rd, 1996. So kind of freaky again. It seems like those people that used to go to like, what was it? You know, you used to go get your film developed, right? So back in the day, for you youngins that don't know, we used to not be able to see our photos until we take it to the store. And once we take it to the store, they would then take the camera and they would develop the photos. Well, apparently, like, they used to actually catch a bunch of, hey, what's going on, Atlas? They used to catch a bunch of sex offenders that way because they used to go in there and develop their materials. So in 1996, right, that would have been the same thing, which is kind of weird. Yes, we used to go to the photo match, the 1-hour photo. Here's Bill Clinton. We are laying there. I gotta make sure none of these things have his wiener hanging out. Hold on. Oh yes, this is Bill Clinton. You know, good old Bill Clinton, yeah. With his wiener out. No, he's wearing shorts, but he's over there at the Epstein Island, kind of hanging out. Epstein had a dark room that doubled as a helps as the helps break room. Well, that's creepy as hell. Actually, I think I knew that, but I didn't remember it. But if he's asking this other woman to take photos, though, I don't know if he was developing them or somebody else was. Bill Clinton with some random woman, which, by the way, all these photos have been released without the stuff over their face. There's Bill Clinton wearing the Monica's dress and heels, which, again, inside Epstein's house, there was all these weird-ass photos and paintings. And like the red shoes, which is a dog whistle, right? And there's Epstein and Clinton and was that Mick Jagger? I don't know who the hell that is actually in the middle. It's kind of hard with their mouth open for me to tell. You want that painting? I bet you somebody made a bootleg of it. You can go get one of those metal, the metal paintings that you can throw on there. Yeah, people are saying that is Mick Jagger, yeah. Oh, Mick Jagger, what are you doing? Michael Jackson's there? Michael Jackson's everywhere. He's dead. But again, in the words of... Michael Jackson, was it me? But yeah, I would say Michael Jackson's definitely on there. So far, all this stuff is just complete and utter bullshit. It's pictures we already had, right? A lot of these images have been circling the internet as it is. Yeah, it could be. So again, it's not really up to Trump to release them or not. It's up to the FBI and it's up to Congress to do it. And I don't think he can supersede that. Right? The only thing Trump could possibly do is pardon people for the federal crimes, I believe. I don't think he can executive order this away. Because again, so Congress, the House, the Senate, everybody there's job is to supposedly, allegedly, keep the government supposed to be on the up and up. Now, we all know that doesn't happen. Hey, Garbo, thank you very much for the 50, brother.
Edgar Below donated $50 through Super Chat. Merry Christmas to you and Yuffie.
Thanks, man. Apparently we're doing a bunch of donos today for Christmas. Awesome. That helps actually a lot right now. Thank you very much. Thank you. You have a heart to that. Thanks, brother. Merry Christmas to you too. We do celebrate Christmas here. Even though I love money, I am not Jewish. I do celebrate Christmas. Let's see, I have Grok still up talking about, what's his name's penis, Hawkins. But again, I don't think Trump can stop stuff from coming out. It's going to be Congress. It's going to be the House, the Senate, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Also, in Taiwan, really quickly, since just popped up, apparently 3 killed, 5 injured as a knife attacker goes on a rampage in Taipei, Taiwan, after setting off smoke bombs at the main station, according to Reuters. So just so when people come out there, we're probably going to get some Aussie out there to yell at us again. I know the disabled blogger is in there. Save this. This is a man who had a knife, who went on a rampage. I know I'm getting off the subject here. I'm jumping stuff because as stuff comes up. 3 killed, 5 injured as a knife attacker goes on a rampage. Again, you don't need Reuters, whatever the hell it is. You don't need a gun to do this. There he goes with the knife and does an interesting job there. Good, more photos coming out. This is Epstein and Michael Jackson. No surprise. Lots of those coming out. I'm looking for more of them as they're coming up. Republican Rep Thomas Massey and Democrat Rep Ro Kohana, the authors and sponsor of the Epstein File Transparency Act, have now both stated that today's document released by Attorney General Pam Bondi and her Justice Department grossly fails to comply with both the spirit and letter of the law of the act, which approved the Congress and signed by President Trump. So I agree. I don't think that the info that came out followed any of the spirit or the act of the law. I think it's very much that they blacked out stuff to protect people. And again, this is just a stopgap. I think the problem that they're all worried about, right, is that currently if this all this stuff comes out, I think it's going to affect so many people. They're worried that, I don't know, it's going to collapse society or something crazy. I don't know. But again, I feel at this point it needs to be released. Yeah, it's got to protect financial assets. Like, there's something really weird. Something really weird with everyone protecting these. But again, them coming out there and saying, "Hey, this goes against the letter of the law and what was supposed to be done," is right. Yeah, the pictures are nuts. Like, of all the people that were there. Is that Janet Jackson? Like, me and Bill Clinton went to Eiffel Tower with somebody. And again, just a lot of weird photos with him and Gasoline Maxwell. ignorant. Don't say that, you're ignorant. And again, it's just really weird, the amount of stuff that's covered up and not wanting to talk about. Again, Pam Bondi should have came out there and gave everything, right? That was the whole point of it coming out, is like, hey, we want all the information. Like, not just some information that you feel is necessary, right? Or what you feel is appropriate. Because again, are you going to prosecute these people? No. Okay, then why are you holding information, right? Who's the black guy? I think that's Janet Jackson, to be honest. Otherwise, I don't know who it is. Let's see, that's some celebrity news I don't care about. I'm just looking for more Epstein stuff right now. More people are posting pictures. Apparently, I'm not going to show this because it's weird. But apparently in the files, there was baby massage training that they picked up. Babies don't need any specific training to begin enjoying massages, but mommies and daddies can certainly benefit from learning a few tips from baby massage experts. What the hell? And again, I guess there is a lot more there's a lot more files than what people are actually posting. Of course, there's the photo with you know, this young lady and I can let me show the whole thing. Damn you to hell! Twitter does not like to work. I mean, countless photos. And one of the things that came out was when Hillary Clinton said, well, at least it wasn't a child, when they found out the thing with Monica, right? Chris Tucker apparently was there. On Epstein's island. Again, this is big of everyone that's there. And I think that they really much don't want to put this out there because the amount of people that are at high celebrity positions would be going nuts. You know, Chris Tucker. Hey, why are you taking photos of me? I don't want people knowing I was here. One of the former Puerto Rican governors. I can't show that one. Again, Mick Jagger being there does not really surprise me. There's a lot about him that that a lot of people have said he's kind of a scumbag. So it doesn't really surprise me at all. Our dystopian world is going somewhere. What about Pee-wee Herman? Was Pee-wee Herman there? I have no idea if he was there or not. I'm not seeing any pictures of Pee-wee Herman, but I mean, so, and people are releasing all over like the quote unquote, the Epstein client list. You have to take with a grain of salt because this could be anything someone just printed out. Now, I'm not saying that it's not right or wrong. I just don't know. I can't say if it's right or wrong. I can't go out and say if this is a correct list, right? Because I don't know. Like Woody Allen, yeah, Woody Allen makes sense on the list, right? Like Tony Podesta, yeah, that makes sense too, actually. Heather Podesta. Heidi Floss, Ian Maxwell, of course, P. Diddy, Pope Francis, allegedly. Again, I have no idea because people post these things without any backing to it, right? Like this person says, I've had the client list for over a year. Same person that sent me flight logs versus us and Maxwell. It's like, yeah, but no one knows who you are. And like, there's no way to make sure that's real, right? Like you're just some ass on the internet just saying, oh, I got this stuff. I could have typed it out myself and put it up. Could be anybody. Again, lots of images with Chris Tucker. I believe the Biden administration would never release any of the stuff. Biden himself is a sick son of a bitch, and you know him and his kid, right? Just like Rob Reiner, you know what I mean? Like Rob Reiner, tried to protect his kid, even though his kid was a sociopath, right? Like, and the kid ended up murdering him, and drug addict. As we go through all the wonderful photos of the Epstein Island client list. I mean, you know, speaking of Biden, I think that's the kid. I'm not really sure. It looks like Steve Luckner from here. I really don't know. People are saying there's another photo that there's some guy with his tits out, which was Bill Gates, but doesn't really look like Bill Gates. That he does. He does have a big schnoz. Hey, Fry. And my thing is this, I don't really care which side of the political spectrum you are. If you were there, you need to burn. Like, you all need to burn. I don't really give a rat's ass which side of the thing you were on. Yeah, the other one's the man boobs one, which I'm not putting up. I did put the other ones up just a second ago with you people. Who took these photos? You know, that's another question, because you got to think about it this way, right? So if you are some multi-million-dollar what's the word I'm looking for? Multi-million-dollar kingpin of degeneracy, right? Like, you're going to want to cover your own ass. And this is the way I think he covered his own ass, is that he had someone out there always taking photos. Again, I think if this hit, if all the stuff hit general media, the amount of people that would be implemented is huge. And I think it should be. Like, don't get me wrong. I think they all should burn in hell, like with each other, right on the spit. I don't give a crap. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, if you were there and you were some weirdo doing terrible things to kids, you need to be put up on the stand, right? Like, but again, I think there's a lot of money implemented. That was why they're trying to hide this, right? Yeah, wood chipper might go burr. But again, there's too much money, and there's a lot of people, I think, trying to protect him. But they all need to burn. And like, there's people out there being like, oh, it's actually Trump. Trump's on there. That's why they don't want it. And again, like, my thing is, If Trump was on there and they could have burned Trump before the election, I think they would have done it. So them not doing it, it's kind of sus, right? Of him going to be on there. The dancing preachers. We should utilize millstones. Yeah, you know, it's very much it's very much a very what's the word I'm looking for? Polarized thing? What's the best way I could put it? I'm looking for more photos. Well, I'm looking for more photos I can show. That's the real thing. Is there photos? Yes. All I'm going to show. Yeah, and then like I guess people released a GDoc file and it's all redacted. And again, people out there say, "Oh, it's Trump. Trump's redacted." Oh, Trump doesn't have any power over this. It's Pam Bondi. She's the one that needs to release it. She's the one in charge. And if she's not releasing it, or somebody's making her not release it, that's a little sus too, right? Again, Bill Gates very much implemented a lot of this. Oh, crap. Bill Gates, again, implemented with, whoever these two women are, or girls, or whoever the hell they are. I don't know, right? There's no faces. We have no idea. So I guess they're saying that in the file, somebody's saying, you know how effed up it is to blur MJ and Diana's own kids to make them pass as Epstein victims. Well, that's kind of weird, but they're probably blurring out children in these photos too. Then there's people saying recorded footage shows Donald Trump judging a modeling event in 1991. Trump's and Epstein socialized together in the early 90s in 1992. Since Trump and Epstein were seen laughing together in well-known NBC footage from Palm Beach. So, that's another thing coming out. And, again, like, it's the same thing anybody else is going to put out, right? With Trump or anybody else. Is that, oh, well, they were... Epstein at that time was looked at as a celebrity. So he was with other celebrities, but doesn't mean that they weren't hanging around him, right? So, that's sus right there. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but, Trump's innocent or whatever. It's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about Trump. I don't care about any of them. Like, if you did it, you're in the wrong, regardless. Like, and you need to be brought to trial. Like, I know there's people out there like, oh, but I can't. So here's the files for your video. So there's your Epstein file that was released. By the way, speaking of weird stuff, the Brown University shooter was followed by Barack Obama on X. There's something weird there. Is that one out there? And a lot of people are pissed. They're like, why the hell are all these redacted? Like, you're supposed to be showing us what's going on. Probably because there's a client name out there so everyone knows who the hell it is. And you know, I'm sorry. I know it might upset people. I'm not a forever Trump person. I want the country not to be shitty person. So yeah, I might upset some people to say this, but you know, if he's implementing, burn in hell with the rest of them. Sorry. Yeah, the blank files. I would say Clinton probably has 4 sexually transmitted diseases at any given time. Yes, I'm sure of that. His old wrinkled, you know, cock is probably almost rotted off by this point. Slow down trying to read. I know there's so much to take in. But I know that's one of the talking points that the people on the left bring up is like, oh, well, you don't really want him because if Trump's on there, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a crap. I don't care. Like, if he's on there, he can burn the rest of them. Put them all out there. And I think that's what a majority of people think, right? Like, I don't know if there's anybody out there that if they found out that Trump was out there diddling kids would be like, still my president. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know anyone out there that would do that. I think majority of people would be like, yep, he could burn with the rest of them. Like, I tend to think a majority of people have a better compass than just things based on political left or right wing of the bird, right? Government officials and political exposed individuals were intentionally redacted the Epstein files per Fox News. Government and political officials. Wow, that's a lot of government and political officials on this blank ass paper. Yeah, having pictures is a nothing burger. Having pictures with all the other people could potentially also be a nothing burger. But if the files came out, that would kind of aim stuff to what's going on, right? I believe there's a lot of foreign officials that are going to be on there. Yes. And, you know, people are going to say like, oh, well, what if Netanyahu was on there? What if Gorbachev was on there? Like, who knows? Right? But like, I would kind of feel that some of those countries, how can I put this? Easier access to that? Maybe that's the way of saying it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would they have to go to Epstein, right? That's kind of, it's a logic thing, and it's, you know, it's gross, but like, maybe they were helping supply Epstein? I don't know. Yeah, I think the whole country is going down the porcelain shitter, to be honest, at this point. I don't really have a lot of faith in what's happening anymore. I think we're on the death spiral, and we're all just kind of hanging on as the Titanic sinks, if you will. We're all just snails on a turtle's back screaming to hang on tight. And I know we're going to have the boomers in here going, oh, no, everything's fine. I got my retirement. If the government goes under, I got my retirement. Your retirement ain't worth shit. The country goes under, money's not worth anything anymore. USSR called. They got some info for you. Columbia, Ohio ICE protest? I mean, maybe. Is it stupid and boring? I stopped watching a lot of them because I just got tired of the ICE people. I think all the parties could be over very soon, yeah. I'm not retired. My money keeps working for you. That's good. It's on TikTok? All right. I just told you. Hey, watch the boomer talk. Are you one of those boomers that thinks that if the country goes under, your retirement's still going to be there? Because I've had people come in here and try to argue with me that I have money put aside if the government goes under. I'm like, you don't understand how the economy works. Yeah, exactly. Old broad, there you go. You know what I mean? Like, I got all this gold and silver set aside. Okay. How old are you? I'm 89. Okay. When you start trying to move your heavy ass bag of gold and silver to go pay for bread, some other guys are going to come over there and just, hit you over the head with a frying pan and take it. Well, again, so gold and silver is only worth what people are going to pay for it, right? So it's always a thing of people going out there being like, buy gold, because at the end of the day, it's the only thing that's going to save you. It's like, but is it? Like, to be honest, there might be other things that might be a whole lot more valuable to you. Chickens would be more valuable to you. Cattle would be more valuable to you. Being able to make bread, grow wheat, if it gets really bad, that stuff's worth more money. Yeah, you can't really eat or drink it. I mean, yeah, you could use silver to purify some stuff, but like, to be honest, that's about it. Like, 2 chickens buy 1 turkey? Oh. How many turkeys to buy a cow? Health is a true wealth. That is also very correct, yes. If you're healthy, you could do a lot more. Tio's looking right now for those protests. Going gold and have a nice shit. Yeah. You're going to shit a brick by the end of it. Beans and bullets. Yes. Well, so like, even if the EMP hits, an EMP is not as, destructive as people think it is. A lot of EMPs have been super blown out of proportion, right? Because like a lot of stuff nowadays is actually shielded. So, the thing you're really worried about though is it knocking out the power grids. But to be honest, the power grids, I mean, a trampoline inside of a windstorm can knock out the power grid. So yeah, I don't I'm not so worried about the I'm not so worried about the EMP as I am, some crazy guy running his car into the substation. That's more what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the people who are like derailing trains. I'm more worried about the people who are like causing, computer viruses in nuclear reactors, like, so they're not reading correctly and cause them to overheat, stuff like that. I'm more worried about. Do people eat goose? I don't know. I guess you could only eat them once. There's another picture here with Epstein and what looks like a toddler's leg in the picture. I'm not going to put that on. It's gross. Let's see. What is this, Tio? Is this our protest here? Is this the protest of the prostate? You might as well find me some more, Tio. Play me again, Sam. Play it again. Oh, not Goose from Top Gun. Oh, my mistake. Happy somebody got that joke. That's not Brussels. That is Columbus. Columbus, Ohio. That's annoying. I put that on low.
Once again, guys, we are at the Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio, where there is currently a huge protest taking place. There's a lot of demonstrators right now protesting the stay of ICE over here at the Embassy Suites, and they're also protesting the other locations too as well.
Because I'm not a cunt, I'll put whose channel it is, because I'm a nice man. That's very nice. That's nice, Tio. Tio, why don't you find me a few more of that, or maybe on the YouTubes? I got an extra screen as we read through all of this this client list. There we go. We get some background noise as I go look around. By the way, Strike Industries needs to stop popping up on my X feed. They keep showing me stuff I want to buy and I can't have because I'm poor. Tio, if you don't want the bad dragon in your ass again, you got to go find them feet. So there you go. There's more of the redacted files.
Ohio, guys, right at the Embassy Suites. There's currently a huge protest happening right now. According to the chief of police, we know that Columbus police will not intervene in any of this unless there's a crime being committed.
Yeah, that's literally how protests work. Yes, they don't intervene unless there's a crime, as it should be.
To get rid of the protesters, we don't know. Police officers coming out of the Embassy Suites. They're ICE agents or whatever they are. It looks like that's Columbus. They must have went in there and told these guys, like, hey, this is the outcome to this.
I don't think the police are going to walk into the embassy suites and tell the ICE agents this is the outcome to this. That would be really weird. And probably wouldn't happen.
This is
Sorry.
the embassy suites, guys. In the embassy suites.
Well, what would happen is the embassy suites will call the police and say, hey, these people are trying to harass us and clientele. And my background changed. My background changed to something I don't want. Which is redline. Oh crap, I gotta find a new background.
Do you know the status of Wicked Crime? You know where he's at? Alright, never mind. He just pulled up. He just pulled up, guys.
Tio, there's about to be another person out there streaming.
I don't know where these guys are going, but let's see. They're probably gonna try to get themselves arrested.
There you go. Do a different background. All right. That's Albuquerque. This is Ann Copwatch, who is has a really big hate boner for the police.
Oh shit, look, they're going over there. Oh shit.
You should film them and go over there, maybe. I don't know, dude.
Guys, they are now. Wait a minute, what's going on here? These are cops. Oh, these are cops following protesters, guy.
Yeah, because it's
They're telling them to leave and
a private building, as stated earlier.
alright. So there you go. Uh-oh, they're pushing them.
They're not pushing them; they're just kind of walking with them off of the property.
This is, share the live, guys. Share the live.
Yeah, I've seen a few embassy suites. They're pretty nice.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. That's what the sheep said. They're not going to get involved. What's going on here?
Because the embassy suites probably has other guests too, and they're like, hey, we would like it if these idiots weren't out here yelling and screaming. So.
Protest continues to grow. Once again, guys, we are at the embassy suites where there's huge demonstrations taking place right now. I would say there's at least about 200 or 300 demonstrators out here protesting. Just a minute ago, a group of protesters were kicked out of the parking lot by
There's like
Columbus
60 people
police.
there, dude.
They got in their cars and they took off.
Yeah, this is.
We don't know how much involved Columbus police is going to continue to get involved, but we're gonna monitor the situation.
All you can eat buffet. Actually, when I travel, I do the Holiday Inn Expresses. They seem to be nice and clean, and haven't really had any issues with them. Yeah, I saw the Trump thing. There's nothing in there that interests me. He hasn't really done a lot recently, so I'm just kind of like, eh. I'm not really, I'm not personally looking,
That's why I got it so zoomed in where you know what I mean? You on Citizens, right? Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen. It is getting active out here in Columbus, Ohio at the Embassy Suite. This is a protest, nice protest. This is where ICE is currently staying at. They found out about it, so everybody's here now protesting. Question is, can this protest turn into LA? We don't know. We'll have to find out.
no, they're just out there yelling and screaming at a building. I don't see anything magical happening.
This is in Columbus, Ohio, guys. Columbus, Ohio. This is a nice protest.
Yeah, Alex, I showed some of those already.
So we're back again. I'm sorry, I had to step to the sidelines to talk to Wicked Crimes. Again, guys, there is a huge demonstration out here in front of the Embassy Suites where ICE is currently standing.
Not really that big of a, not that really big of a thing, to be honest.
Protesters are trying to get them out of here. Columbus, Ohio, guys. This is in Columbus, Ohio, guys. Columbus, Ohio. Right at the Embassy Suites. A huge demonstration taking place right now, guys. This is where ICE agents are currently staying at. Protesters both the club out here. views you got on there?
How long till it's 10 over there?
Hey, Kat, good job, sweetheart. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for the roses. Appreciate your support. Keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing the live, guys. Once again, this is a demonstration that's taking place here at the Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio. This is a nice ICE protest. This is where the majority ICE personnel are staying. So they're out here protesting now. I gotta get more. All right, guys, we've been told that the ICE personnel just contacted the Highway State Patrol. So,
This dude in 2 that's been talking
has been contacted.
seems like he really has no idea what the hell is going
Will
on.
they intervene in this situation?
A lot more cowbell.
Thank you for the tap and thank you for the gift, guys. Don't forget to heart me, please. Make sure you guys are heart me, please. Make sure you guys are following.
You didn't miss much. We went over the Epstein files, and now we're just watching people be stupid in the street.
At the Embassy Suites.
People wanted to see that, so I put it on.
Oh yeah. This is
I feel like autopilot when this crap is on, though, because I'm like,
All right, guys, there's something going on here. Let's find out what it is. Thank you for
You know
the
what
follow,
smells
guys. Thank
delicious
you
in
for
the morning?
follow.
Flavor Forest on your eggs and bacon. Go to flavorforest.com.
Kat, thank you for doing the hell of
While
a
you're at it,
job.
go to trapperoutdoors.com too.
All right, you got
Trappers
more
hasn't been
pieces
getting a
left.
lot of love from us, so we want to get them some sales. He probably thinks I'm dead since he hasn't heard from me in a long
Guys, they
time.
just turned this into a party out here. It was nice and quiet when I first got here. Now it's just a club. Thank you for the heartbeat. Thank you. The crowd continues to grow, guys. The crowd continues to grow. Man, hey, that noise is very loud.
I don't know if these will end someday. I have no idea. I could, you know. To me, it's just obnoxious people in the street. You have a right to protest. If you're not doing anything illegal, I could care less. You know. Duder here is acting like this is a most amazing thing to ever happen, and to be honest, it's just people in the street. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's starting to snow there and getting cold, so either they're going to stay out there and keep making noise or they're going to freeze to death, so who cares? Oh, yeah, this is Columbus, Ohio.
This is a nice protest, guys. We are at the Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio, where there are huge demonstrations taking place. This is where ICE, a lot of personnel are staying. So they are protesting. But this is not the only location. There are other locations that protesters are planning to protest in front of the hotel. This is in Columbus, Ohio.
I mean, if someone got really tired of it, you know, you could just hit them with a splash of water.
James. Hey, James, she's calling you. Wicked, she's calling you. Guys, you see that it continues to grow, guys, from there all the way up there. So yeah, the crowd continues to grow, guys. I don't want to. Because once we get in that parking lot, we get one part of that. If anything happens, so they go to how we take control and how we look on this house to take over that parking lot. So we can do that. Yeah, the thing is, cops are going to be like, hey, you guys got to get out of the parking lot. Oh, look, they're walking over there. Over there, look. Here, come here. Yeah, I don't know what's behind that, but they're either walking around. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, I will do it. It's just
Yeah, this is a nice protest.
The police ain't going to do that. No, they're not going to do nothing. They're protecting the park walking back. There's a photographer over there. Where? With the green. So I'm telling you, we get over here in that line, we might be able to get a good. Oh, no, that's the line there. That's their line. That's what I'm saying. That's their line. So. Yeah, they keep showing up. Yeah, no, go ahead. I mean, it's best for us to, yeah. Let me see what they call. Well, the thing is, for the follow, guys. Thank you for the follow. If you're not following, make sure you follow, guys. This is a
I mean, their location is outside the Columbus, Ohio Embassy Suites. It's pretty easy to find, though.
This is at the Embassy Suites, guys, in Columbus, Ohio. A huge demonstration, guys. A huge demonstration. More protesters keep showing up. It's growing. It's growing by the hour, guys. Oh, what's up with that? Oh, no, never mind. I thought I saw something. That's my charger toy. You see it?
Yeah, it's like they're flying under the radar. If you lived in Columbus, Ohio, you could probably go out there and like fart on them and leave. It would be quite easy to do. Oh, I've been craving the tacos that we have down the street from me. Oh, man. They make these pork tacos with grilled pineapple in them. Oh, they are so good. Anybody see Veggies Ola? Veggies Ola got the pardon? I don't know what the hell that is. I don't even know who the hell that is.
So we are doing something a little different. Me and Wicked Crimes is we're gonna take a trip to that crowd. We're gonna talk to some people so that you guys can we're gonna go over there right now. Me and Wicked Crime is gonna be taking the trip, guys. Just bear with us. We're gonna be taking a trip over there. We're gonna be interviewing some people, so just bear with us. Hold on. going to become part of the party, guys. Yep. Guys, as you can see, everybody's out here. Look at this. These all the protesters' cars, guys. We're going over there right now. I will stay right here. Hey, gang, I will stay right here.
Damn it, they closed at 6. Damn that place and their delicious tacos. No, I'm here. I'm just sitting here watching it with the rest of you. I was seeing if the place I wanted tacos from was open.
Here's the system, guys.
But they do like pork tacos. But then they grill pineapple with the pork tacos. And they do like a guacamole aioli with it that's like really good. What cred you got, Radagaskar? What's going on with you, buddy? What you sick with? I'm stuffy personally, but I know why I'm stuffy. It's because of the heater. Oh, Rodney, they're so freaking good, man.
posting ourselves somewhere else so we can get better view of everything. Bear with us for a minute, guys. We about to be moving to another area so that we can give you guys better footage. So just bear with us. Hold on 1 second, guys. Ooh, wait, it is cold. Hey! Oh. Never mind. I got lost. All right. Ooh-wee. It is cold, guys. Just bear with me a minute, guys. I have to go to another location so that we
No
can
location
get you
for
guys
what?
footage. Oh, wait, it is cold.
Antibiotics, upper respiratory infection, bronchitis, pneumonia. I think we talked about that last time. Worried about you getting pneumonia.
Hold on 1 minute.
I love sleep too. It's when the pain stops. See you when you get back. See, this is why I don't like just watching this protest shit anymore. It just gets boring. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just like, okay, people yelling in the street. I don't. Maybe I'm just becoming a jaded asshole. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like it is what it is, right? They're going to be out there, they're going to act stupid. You're going to have someone filming them who apparently is going to talk out of their own ass about how many people there are, even though we can see. You're just like, oh, okay.
So we are, let's see what happened here. All right, let's go back outside. All right, All right, guys, back at it again. I'm sorry, man. I just had to find a better spot.
Oh, I almost sneezed.
All right, guys, we're back at it.
Only you. You know what upsets me is I've never become a millionaire and I can't go buy one of these mech from Japan. That's like my dream, is to own a mech and go on a rampage. Like the Killdozer, but a mech. Watching which fight? The rigged one with Jake Paul or Logan Paul or whoever the hell it is, or the other one where the guy looked like he was hunched over high on fentanyl at the weigh-in. Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather stick my nuts in the door jamb and slam it than watch a Jake Paul fight.
Tap the screen, guys. Tap the screen.
Again, if Jake Paul wins again, everyone's going to know their shit's rigged. Like, the guy is bigger than him, stronger than him, has a farther reach than him. Like...
tap the screen. We're at the Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio. But there's a huge demonstration taking place against ICE presence.
Spam tacos? No, I'm not going to put spam in a taco.
Share the live, guys.
I'll use canned roast beef for that, but like not spam.
Columbus police is on standby right now. They're making sure that the protesters don't come into the parking lot. Make sure you guys share the live, please. Tap the screen, share the live, follow. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Good job.
You put cat food in your tacos? Well, each to their own, I guess.
Channel 10. Channel 10 just arrived, guys. Channel 10 just arrived. Just to tell you guys, Channel 10 is here now. Once again, we're in Columbus, Ohio at the Embassy Suite where ICE is currently staying at, guys. There's a huge demonstration out here. They're making a lot of noise. This has turned into a club.
And confuse the cat.
It's about 200 to 300 protesters. It's growing by the hour. It keeps growing. A lot of people are showing up. Local media platforms.
It sounds like a parade in Thailand.
Make sure you guys are tapping the screen, please. Share the lives. Let's get more people to watch this. We are currently at the Embassy Suites in Columbus, Ohio, where ICE is currently staying.
Trying to sleep. Only baboons.
Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the gifts, guys.
Many illegals. That's called job opportunities. Somebody asked me too, they're like, why are you like so pro ICE? And I said, I'm pro people who come through this country legally, right? And they're like, but your family didn't. You've probably been here for generations. I'm like, my family came here legally through the proper channels in the late 1800s. The hell are you talking about? I have never eaten Somali food. But if you want to come here legally and go through all the channels, that's great. Welcome. If you want to be an a-hole that's going to come here and suck off the system, you can rot in hell. How about that?
That's the Constitution, so they have the right to protest all day long, all night, as long as it's peaceful.
That's not true. You have the right to do within ordinance of the city. If you go against city ordinance, then they can shut down your protest. Such things as noise complaints or other stuff like that. Well, I mean, they're across the street from the building, and there's a good chance that the ICE officers inside all have earplugs. And so this is doing absolutely nothing. Again, I'm really okay with all the, like, pro-gun stuff coming out, but I kind of wish all these pro-gun people that are coming out stopped aiming guns at their friends. It's kind of giving us all a bad look. Or like super bad gun handling practices. Well, I know one of them's gonna, again, accidentally discharge and shoot one of their friends. And next thing we know, it's all over the news. And you're like, damn it.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Hell no what?
Oh, hell no.
You're all acting like assholes in the street. Other people are gonna act like it too. Why is that surprising? Again, the cops are going to come and push them back off.
Share the line, guys. Share the line. Share the line.
Gum retention? You know, it's the one thing I always tell people and upsets a lot of people when I go, the Canadian trucker convoy is actually something worth watching, and the American one just looked like a bunch of retards that were hanging out getting drunk, what, like an hour away from DC? Patriots, they weren't anybody. They're a bunch of dickheads making money off of people. That's all it was. And I'm tired of people thinking otherwise. Yeah, totally pussed out, right? Like, that's right. You were shown up by Canadians. Number one is a guy sitting in his car watching the Columbus stuff. Number two is the guy in Columbus acting like what they're doing is equivalent to dumping tea into the harbor. Number three is Ann Copwatch, who hates the police and is probably jerking off watching it. And number four is me. So number three is a standoff. It's not really going anywhere, but it's supposed to be a standoff. Hopefully that helps. I bet the travel fund 698 bank off trucker protest. Yes, Blade, he did actually. He made a bunch of money. There's a bunch of people that made money off the American one. Like, and then the people are like, they're people who showed it. Over 70 targets hit by America in Syria tonight? Really? That's something we're talking about. Sierra Leone? Yeah, no, that's news. How do I get this off the freaking screen?
Make sure you guys are tapping the screen, please. Make sure you're following. Make sure you heart me. Again, guys, we're at the Embassy Suites where there's currently a huge demonstration taking place, guys. This is where ICE is currently staying at. And we have a lot of people out here protesting right now. They want these people out of here. They do not want them in Columbus, Ohio.
It's a very small number of people for Columbus, Ohio. Well, now I gotta learn how to un-F TikTok again. I would rather watch the war shit than this bunch of morons.
This evening, as we bring you some breaking news now that we want to bring to you, we are learning right now that the U.S. has launched retaliatory strikes on ISIS targets in Syria. President Trump putting out this message on Truth Social just a little bit ago, saying, because of ISIS's vicious killing of brave American patriots in Syria, whose beautiful souls I welcomed home to American soil earlier this week in a very dignified ceremony, I am hereby announcing that the United States is inflicting very serious retaliation, just as I promised, on the murderous terrorists responsible. We are striking very strongly against ISIS strongholds in Syria, a place soaked in blood which has many problems, but one that has a bright future if ISIS can be eradicated. The government of Syria, led by a man who is working very hard to bring greatness back to Syria and is fully in support. All terrorists who are evil enough to attack Americans are hereby warned. You will be hit harder than you have ever been hit before if you in any way attack or threaten the USA. So that was from President Trump just a little bit ago on X, and we wanted to bring that.
Did anyone
to your
have
attention
war
here
with Syria on the
Fox.
card?
We want to continue to get some analysis and
I know Sonny wants me to
on
do bingo
this matter.
card.
I'm joined in now by my next guest to help break it all down from
Hey,
FTD, David Daoud. Thanks so much, David, for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. And David, this wasn't really a question of if, but when.
Yes, absolutely. It's a pleasure being on. Yeah, look, President Trump has made it clear in the past that anyone who targets U.S. interests, or U.S. personnel, or U.S. nationals is going to pay a price. In some ways, this is reminiscent of the strike on January 2nd, if I'm recalling the date correctly, of 2020, that killed Qasem Soleimani, the head of the Quds Force, after Iraqi militias that were allied with Iran, killed a U.S. citizen in Iraq. So President Trump, for years, has now made it very clear that if you attack Americans, if you kill Americans abroad, there will be a heavy price to pay.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And tell us a little bit about how these, operations are
all
really
of a sudden
just
I'm more
planned
invested
and executed. Obviously, it seemed like there was talk between the United States and Syria to give a heads up on this.
I mean, that's as far as we can understand, right? Syria recently entered the anti-ISIS coalition, the global coalition to fight ISIS. We have continued presence.
No, ISIS hasn't been gone for a while. That's why when I brought them up, someone's like, ISIS is gone. I'm like, no, ISIS is still around. They've never left.
It wouldn't be surprising to me that there was some kind of coordination or cooperation or some
Listen, I'm a genius and I know everything.
And the new Syrian authorities who may have some knowledge about where these, continued presence of ISIS is throughout their country.
And David, in that post there by President Trump, he said he wants to eradicate
Carol,
ISIS
I'm going to put you and Son Honey in a ring together,
just how
and whoever wins has to make the other one pay the fill
ISIS from that country.
I think you could take her.
I mean, look, I think perhaps President Trump is being characteristically a little dramatic in that post. It's a little bit more difficult to eradicate a movement like ISIS with as much as it's been degraded over the past years just from the air. Just with air power. So it would require more boots on the ground, more commitment, at least if we're going to do it ourselves, the United States is going to do it ourselves. It would require more boots on the ground than the 1,000 or so soldiers that we have. At the same time, President Trump has made it clear, he even came into office on this promise that there would be no new Middle Eastern wars in which the United States was involved. So my sense is there's a little bit of, the dramatic flair, but President Trump will authorize
we blew up a sand hut.
Strikes against ISIS. Now, will this bring about the organization's demise? Just because this is mostly air power, my sense is no, unless we cooperate with partners on the ground who have troops on the ground. We provide the air cover, they provide the boots,
you better kick her ass.
And through that, we continue to push to destroy and dismantle what remained of ISIS after our campaign almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah, that's so true, David. And can President Trump, the White House, and other officials put some pressure on Syria to say, look, we really want you to target ISIS so that these operations against our U.S. American soldiers don't happen again?
Well, look, there's a couple of questions here. First of all, are you asking, do we have leverage over Syria? We, of course, do.
Oh, no.
They're
both now invested.
That existed on Syria since the Assad regime that the new Syrian government
maybe winner gets a new storm door
into the global community, the global trade market, to be able to rebuild the country after 10 years of destruction at the hands of Iran, its allies, and Russia. So we do, I mean, we are the gateway to that, right? So we do have considerable leverage to pressure Syria to act against these remnants of ISIS. The question then is, given the pedigree of the leadership in Syria, it's not that they were themselves were not involved in similar organizations. These organizations may have had their own problems with ISIS, but President Sharaz's origins lay in al-Qaeda. The question is, do we trust the Syrian government to get the job done? Now, again, they have their own interests in combating ISIS, so that may propel things forward. But there is a question mark still over whether President Shara has genuinely recanted from his former views, or whether his new posture is merely a tactical change.
And lastly, what is this move by the U.S. With these strikes against ISIS targets here? Does this put notice to other terrorists around the world?
Of course it does. I mean, the question is whether that notice will be taken to heart. In the sense that the attacker that killed the 2 U.S. service members in Syria just a few days ago, it doesn't seem like he was given orders necessarily from a central ISIS command to carry out the attack to kill the two U.S. service members. So it's harder to deter someone like that who is influenced by the ideology of the Islamic State.
And Hot Obama is now getting involved for the winning the Storm Door fight.
Someone like that. Will that give pause to future lone wolves? It may, but it's not like this individual didn't know that the United States would retaliate. The question is whether they nevertheless viewed the price as worth it.
Yep, there we go. David Dawood, thanks so much for joining us on Live Now from Fox, giving us some great insight as always. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
You take care. All right, everyone. We want to continue to get some more insight here on Live Now from Fox. Put on X just a little bit ago from the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, saying earlier today, U.S. forces commenced.
So really quickly, since we're talking about doors and issues, I have, so whoever in their right mind who was borderline retarded, who took a interior door and then installed it as the back door of my garage. I hope wherever they're at, they have severe diarrhea always. But it is waterlogged and warped. Like, so, I'm almost tempted, cause I have a piece of, plywood. I'm almost tempted to take this piece of plywood and then just, screw it into the door. So it's actually something a little bit more, secure. Because right now it's held in there with a 2x4 and some hope and a hasp. I really, really, really need to go get that. I think wolf wins. Yeah, it's so I went to go cut the cat door into it, right? And it is so warped and screwed up at the bottom that the jigsaw I have would just rattle with the door and not go anywhere. So I had to take the skill saw and and just kind of jam it there and cut it out as best I can. And then go in there with a handsaw and clear out the rest of the cardboard or whatever the hell the door was made out of that absorbed wood. But like a new exterior door is expensive. And what I need to do is I need to get my brothers to come help me. Because some of them have done more construction than me. But I want to remove the door. I want to re-put concrete back in and raise it up about 6 inches and then reframe it and then put the door in so it lines up with the deck. So you have to actually have a step. So you step up onto the deck, because right now what's happening is water is pulling on so if you're looking at my deck, you could see that there's a step down, then you open the door. And because there's a step down and because the door is a piece of crap, there's actually water trickling in from underneath the door into my garage. So I had to put some styrofoam and stuff in there, and yeah. They're protesting because ICE is sleeping in that building. That's why they're protesting. Yes. Yes. But marching to where? Who cares? Like, I hope they get their little legs all worked out. I don't know. Like, because a new storm door here. Let me go look. How much is that's on it. Exterior. Best troll of the night. Who? Ice throw going away party. Renewed by Anderson. Just tell me how much a freaking door is. Yeah, they're expensive. Yeah, 3 to $600. Damn. Put a new door in my garage for $60. Where the hell did you get that from? Hopefully it wasn't an interior door you put on the exterior. Because the interior doors are cheap. You can actually buy packs of interior doors for like $100. And you get, I think, 5 doors? 4 doors? I don't know. The doors? Fixed backyard gate, new house today, so dog would not get out there. Yeah, you and your new house, that looks really nice. That house does look great, by the way. Habitat for Humanity? I gotta go see if there's one around me. Because I don't need anything fancy, and if I could, I'd just build the damn door myself. Because a door is just 2x4s, plywood, screwed together. But, you know, it looks kind of hokey and like shit. Like a nice new door, you know, it looks good. But I also need to go buy stuff for the bathroom. It's only $600. $800! Was that for the sliding up? Was that for the, like, regular door? Rehab, restore? Okay. Let me go see a Habitat for Humanity. And what was the other one? Rehab, restore. I think I only like 3 or 4 door songs. 7 horses sing. Habitat for Humanity. There's one an hour for me. Shop. Oh, they both sent me to Habitat for Humanity. Okay. I read Jim Morrison poetry. Awful. Well, he was a dude who got high on peyote and went and walked around in the woods. Like, what do you expect? Well, sorry, the desert, not the woods. The woods probably would have gave him a lot more inspiration to write something better. But, raw logs, iron bands, and stakes to hold it together. Are we talking about the door? And what, the automatic door, the sliding door, the big door that goes up and down. Yeah, those are expensive, man. I accidentally put an arrow into one of mine. Yuffie was pissed. So I had the arrow stop and I took my Matthews out there and it was supposed to be rated for it. Well, those micro diameter arrows penetrate a little too well because it went through the block into the garage door. I was like, oh shit. So I went and patched it. But I was like, oh no. It happened. Like, I'm just happy to go through the door. So now I have like a big old backstop that's a sheet of plywood and foam over it. And then the arrow stop in front of that. So I was like, oh, Jesus. I'll admit when I do dumb shit. Like, it was stupid, but it's like, whatever. Well, she heard it. She's like, what the hell was that? It's like, nothing. You heard nothing? But, you know, didn't need Yuffie to kill me. Let me go see. Let's see. Categories. No, I just want doors and windows. I just want an exterior door. You know, I could build a door that would probably be good, but the problem is, as I mentioned before, is I need to do some concrete work. So what I need to do is I need to drill into the slab, put rebar in there, cross the rebar, clamp in 2x4s each side, fill it with concrete and let it dry to raise it up in the air, right? So if I drill the holes and do a cross section of rebar in there, tie it off, and this is why I need my brothers to help because I can't get down there to do it because my back will give out. And they've done concrete work before and rebar work. So again, I'm just lifting the door up 6 inches. Then I need to take the stuff off the wall and then I need to move the header up of the door 6 inches, reframe it and throw a new door in. And then that would save a lot of issues. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, we do home deco. I guess not home decor. We're repairing the goddamn house. And then I need to build a enclosure for the water heater. I don't like the water heater just being out there in the open. I'm going to build an enclosure and then insulate it. I don't know if it's going to help by keeping the power down, but I can hope and pray. Let's see. Front door, patio, storm doors. Maybe it's a storm door I need. I don't know. It's an outside door. Ooh, commercial door. Put a big ol' ass steel door back there. Get that industrial look. $485! That's too much. Anyways, yeah, I'll see about Habitat for Humanity. Or if anybody out there does construction, they can come across a outside door that they're demoing a house. I'll take it. About to buy my daughter a steel door for a new house. 3 doors down from mine. Oh, nice. You gonna buy a screen door? Or you gonna buy her like the actual door? Get a used porta potty for the heater cover. Oh, there we go. Do I have to clean it myself? Might be a little shitty looking. Oh, it's the wrong one, damn it. Oh. Full door. Full door. No, I just need something that's just going to keep the water out and keep some crackhead from kicking it in. Though I feel like a sign out there that says if you kick this in, booby trap activates. Works pretty well. Oh, partial view, light storm door, 173 bucks. That's not bad. How did I get it with no windows? How about that? Yeah, you got to remove the seat and also the septic holder that's in there. We were working a gig, right? Like a, the hell was it? Oh, I thank you for dinner. We were working an exterior. We're working a festival, music festival, and one of the guys who was running the Gradle apparently was drunk or high, and ended up knocking over all the porta potties. That was terrible.
Operation Hawkeye strike in Syria to eliminate ISIS fighters, infrastructure, and weapon sites in direct response to the attack on U.S. forces that occurred on December 13th in Syria. This is not the beginning of a war. It is a declaration of vengeance. The United States of America, under President Trump's leadership, will never hesitate and never relent to defend our people there. Jennifer Griffin, Fox News, put this on X, a great rundown of what happened, saying that the U.S. military carried out strikes against 50 ISIS targets in Syria over the past 2 hours. A senior U.S. official tells Fox following Saturday's attack by a member of the Syrian security forces with alleged ties to ISIS, which left 2 members of the Iowa National Guard and an American civilian translator dead. The U.S. military struck more than 50 ISIS targets following the president's order to hit them hard. U.S. Central Command launched what a U.S. official described to Fox as a massive strike on dozens upon dozens of ISIS targets in an operation called Operation Hawkeye Strike. Iowa is the Hawkeye state. The strikes took place at multiple locations across Syria and included more than 50 targets. The targets include ISIS infrastructure and weapons storage sites there. So a great rundown from Jennifer Griffin.
The next one's going to be the BJ strike.
Strikes included.
The Colonel Potter strike.
Officially walked in.
I can't remember the other guy. There was BJ, and then who was the other guy that took over? Trapper. Was Trapper the other one? I don't remember. I don't remember all my MASH knowledge.
Clear that sites bombed in Syria. U.S. Defense Secretary has confirmed the
Oh my God!
operations in
I'll be right
response
back. I
to
guess
3 U.S. soldiers killed on the 13th of December. U.S. says not beginning of war but vengeance. Won't relent to defend our people, says America. We have these details at this point in time. As far as these strikes are concerned, we will be going across to our reporters as well. But what we can confirm right now is that there have been strikes. Operations response to 3 U.S. soldiers who were killed on the 13th of December. U.S. has confirmed strikes on Syria, and this is in retaliation, is what we are learning at this point in time. ISIS targets have been targeted in Syria. U.S. forces launching the strike against ISIS in Syria in retaliation for an attack that killed 3 American soldiers. The president, remember, had vowed to retaliate after 2 U.S. Army soldiers and a civilian U.S. interpreter were killed during what officials have said was counter-terrorism engagement. They're getting in those details this morning. The U.S. has said that this is counter-terror operations, nothing else, clearly in retaliation to what happened. This was a counter-terrorism engagement. Trump had made the intentions of the country clear. That sites bombed in Syria. U.S. Defense Secretary has confirmed the strike operations in response to 3 U.S. soldiers killed on the 13th
now I can
of
eat dinner in
December.
peace. You
U.S.
guys
says
don't know it. I'm
not
still
beginning of war but vengeance. Won't relent to
A war
defend
with
our people,
vengeance.
says America. We have these details at this point in time. As far as these strikes are concerned, we will be going across to our reporters as well. But what we can confirm right now is that there have been strikes.
Put it on!
Operations response
Put it
to
up
3
now!
U.S. soldiers who were killed on the 13th of December. U.S. has confirmed strikes on Syria, and this is in retaliation, is what we are learning at this point in time. ISIS targets have been targeted in Syria. U.S. forces launching the strike against ISIS in Syria in retaliation for an attack that killed 3 American soldiers. The president, remember, had vowed to retaliate after 2 U.S. Army soldiers and a civilian U.S. interpreter were killed during what officials have said was counter-terrorism engagement. They're getting in those details this morning. The U.S. has said that this is counter-terror operations, nothing else, clearly in retaliation to what happened. This was a counter-terrorism engagement. Trump had made the intentions of the country clear. That sites bombed in Syria. U.S. Defense Secretary has confirmed the strike operations in response to 3 U.S. soldiers killed on the 13th of December. U.S. says not beginning of war but vengeance. Won't relent to defend our people, says America. We have these details at this point in time. As far as these strikes are concerned, we will be going across to our reporters as well. But what we can confirm right now is that there have been strikes. Operations response to 3 U.S. soldiers who were killed on the 13th of December. U.S. has confirmed strikes on Syria, and this is in retaliation, is what we are learning at this point in time. ISIS targets have been targeted in Syria. U.S. forces launching the strike against ISIS in Syria in retaliation for an attack that killed 3 American soldiers.
I'm looking for
The
more
president,
stuff.
remember, had vowed to retaliate after 2 U.S. Army soldiers
Uno
and a
momento, por
civilian
favor, sin señoritas.
U.S. interpreter were killed during what officials have said was counter-terrorism.
Yuffie made some sort of
engagement.
macaroni meat stuff. It's really good.
They're getting in those details this morning. The U.S. has said that this is counter-terror operations, nothing else, clearly in retaliation to what happened. This was a counter.
I feel like this is on repeat. Where is that? I need to find the really angry Indian dude. Put it up on screen. Do it. Do it now. Put it on screen. Theo, why have you not put it on screen? Theo, why you do this to me? What? Why, Theo? Why have you not put it on screen? Oh God, why is production doing this to me? Man, I gotta figure out where that guy was. I love watching those videos. Like, they're just so animated, it's great. No audio on this one, apparently. All right. That's fine. Theo, why you do this, Theo? Why? Teal. What? Why? More visuals. More visuals, Teal. Could you imagine if Teal had to actually run the production side of this show? Like, he would kill me.
Would end its military mission in Iraq by the end of September 2025 and in Syria by September 2026. The United States has reportedly already transferred control of 3 of its 8 bases in the country to the SDF, with plans to consolidate to just 1 base. However, without Washington's active involvement, the coalition's remaining members will struggle to counter ISIS or even adequately support local players, such as the Syrian Democratic Forces. Reports also suggest that the combined manpower of the Syrian army and the SDF is not sufficient to prevent an ISIS resurgence. A U.S. withdrawal from Syria risks creating space for ISIS and other terrorist organizations, further destabilizing the country, and even opening the door for Iran-backed Shiite extremists, including Hezbollah. Since 2014, the United States has been the linchpin of the global coalition to defeat ISIS. All eyes are now on Donald Trump. Will he step up military action in Syria? Or will the Trump administration move ahead with plans to cut down involvement in Syria?
Against ISIS.
Yeah, we will.
The West's worst fears over Syria seem to be coming true. A suspected ISIS gunman killed 2 American soldiers and an interpreter in Syria's Palmyra. What does this mean for Syria under al-Shura? Did the West underestimate ISIS' threat in Syria? Will Trump be forced to rethink his Syria strategy? We explain in the latest edition of HT In Depth.
Force clean, you AI bastard!
Let's begin with what happened on Saturday. 2 U.S. service members and 1 American civilian were killed in an attack in Syria that the United States blames on the Islamic State group. U.S. Central Command said 3 service members were also wounded in the ambush Saturday by a lone IS member in central Syria. CENTCOM characterized the attack as an ambush carried out by a lone ISIL gunman who was subsequently engaged and killed. The identity of the suspect has also not been released, but 3 local officials told Reuters that the assailant was a member of the Syrian security forces. What followed was a big warning from the U.S. president.
So we mourn the loss of 3 great patriots in Syria. You know how it happened. There was an ambush, terrible. We also have 3 wounded that seem to be doing pretty well. But we mourn the loss. These are 3 great people. And it's just a terrible thing. Syria, by the way, was fighting along with us. The new president of Syria is, as they told me, and I'm not surprised, he's devastated by what happened. This was an ISIS attack on us and Syria. And again, we mourn the loss and we pray for them and their parents and their loved ones. Very, very sad.
Mr. President, will the U.S. retaliate against ISIS?
Yeah, we will.
And will the U.S. forces attack again?
We're going to be seeing. We will retaliate. Thank you very much.
The attack comes a month after Syrian President Ahmed al-Shura met with Donald Trump at the White House. Syria also recently joined an international coalition to combat the Islamic State and pledged to cooperate with the U.S. ISIS, which at its zenith in 2014 held roughly a third of the country, was largely defeated in 2019. It was bested primarily by the U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces. The extremist group, however, saw a big opportunity in a post-Assad Syria. Several reports say its leaders exploited the country's sectarian and ideological divisions to recruit new fighters in an attempt to rebuild their caliphate. On ISIS radar have been the new Syrian government, as well as Christian, Shiite, and Kurdish minorities. In post-Assad Syria, ISIS has pursued 2 parallel tracks of violence: an insurgent campaign in areas controlled by the Syrian Democratic Forces. Between January 1st and October 1st, 89 49% of the 237 ISIS attacks recorded by Syria weekly occurred in SDF territory. What's interesting is while most attacks were carried out with small arms and light weapons, the group also used 7 improvised explosive devices and forced suicide vests between August 1st and late September. This, experts say, is something that should worry the Al-Shura dispensation. The attacks prove ISIS has access to explosives, the expertise to manufacture them, and the freedom to transport and deploy them. Additionally, ISIS has also launched an urban terrorist campaign in government-held zones. Reports say violence has also been accompanied by a surge in ISIS propaganda undermining Al-Shura and HTS. ISIS routinely maligns a new government and calls for soldiers in the Syrian military to defect. ISIS propagandists call Shara Julani in reference to conspiracy theory that the Syrian president, formerly known as Abu Muhammad al-Jawlani, is an Israeli Mossad agent installed to initiate regime change inside Syria in favor of Israel. The group has also labeled HTS non-believers and accused it of being a puppet of the United States and Israel. ISIS' growing confidence and resurgence coincides with an incremental withdrawal of U.S. forces in Syria and Iraq. The situation is likely to grow more dangerous if the Trump administration follows through on its plan, announced in April, to begin withdrawing approximately 2,000 U.S. troops stationed in Syria. Additionally, in September 2024, the United States and Iraq jointly announced that the global coalition would end its military mission in Iraq by the end of September 2025 and in Syria by September 2026. The United States has reportedly already transferred control of 3 of its 8 bases in the country to the SDF, with plans to consolidate to just 1 base. However, without Washington's active involvement, the coalition's remaining members will struggle to counter ISIS or even adequately support local players, such as the Syrian Democratic Forces. Reports also suggest that the combined manpower of the Syrian army and the SDF is not sufficient to prevent an ISIS resurgence. A U.S. withdrawal from Syria risks creating space for ISIS and other terrorist organizations, further destabilizing the country, and even opening the door for Iran-backed Shiite extremists, including Hezbollah. Since 2014, the United States has been the linchpin of the global coalition to defeat ISIS. All eyes are now on
All right, this is repeating now. All right, so this is what Al Jazeera has going on.
Airstrikes against ISIL targets in Syria. US President Donald Trump says they're a direct response to an attack in Palmyra that killed 2 American soldiers and a civilian interpreter. Russia's president claims his troops are advancing rapidly across the battlefield in Ukraine. In an annual address, Vladimir Putin says he's confident they'll achieve their military goals if Kyiv doesn't agree to its peace conditions. And a UN-backed body that monitors food security says access to food in Gaza has improved during the ceasefire. But the IPC warns this situation remains critical, with the entire strip still facing starvation. Protesters have rallied across Bangladesh for the 2nd day in a row. They're calling for the arrest of a gunman who shot and killed one of the leaders of last year's pro-democracy uprising. Sharif Hadi's killing has triggered riots and attacks on media outlets. Tanvir Chaudhry reports now from Dhaka.
Bangladesh is on edge after the death of Sharif Usman Hadi, a leading figure in the student uprising that helped topple Sheikh Hasina's government last year. On December the 12th, Hadi was injured in a drive-by shooting in the capital. After nearly a week in hospital, he died on Thursday. The news triggered anger across the country.
That doesn't happen in other countries.
Those involved in the killing of Hadi must be brought to justice, even if they have fled abroad. We are also seeing provocations by former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina while staying in India, and she should be extradited.
Until India's aggression stops and slain student leader Sharif Hadi is given justice, we will not leave.
2 media outlets were attacked with arson and vandalism reported. Security forces cordoned off the area while investigators assess the damage.
As an ordinary citizen, I feel unsafe. The security situation is not strong enough, and the government needs to be much more effective in ensuring law and order.
The interim government issued a statement condemning mob violence and calling the attacks an assault on democracy and press freedom.
আমি গভীর শোক ও দুঃখ প্রকাশ করছি।
Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus pledged justice and promised to stand by journalists. On Friday, students came out in their numbers again. Major protests in the capital city Dhaka and across the country. Students are demanding justice for the killing of prominent student leader Usman Hadi. Security is heightened and government is asking the protesters to remain calm and not take the path of violence. As Bangladesh moves towards election and a national referendum next year, the government has warned that the choices made in the coming days could shape the country's future. Tamri Chaudhary, Al Jazeera, Dhaka.
At least 3 people have been killed in a knife attack in Taiwan. The attacker let off smoke bombs at Taipei's main subway station before riding to a shopping district, attacking people along the way. Police say the attacker died after falling from a building. Hundreds of Australian lifeguards have lined Sydney's Bondi Beach in another tribute to the victims of a mass shooting. The rescuers observed 2-minute silence. 15 people were killed last Sunday when 2 gunmen opened fire on a crowd celebrating the first day of Hanukkah, the Jewish festival of lights. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has vowed to tighten gun laws, but has been criticised for not doing enough to curb anti-Semitism. Well, the Premier of New South Wales State, where Sydney's located, says he's going to ban the popular pro-Palestinian chant. Supporters say the slogan describes the worldwide protests against the war in Gaza, but some Jewish leaders have said it encourages attacks on Jews.
We'll also make it very clear that horrific recent events have shown that the chant "Globalise the Intifada" is hate speech and it encourages violence in our community. The chant will be banned alongside other hateful comments and statements made in our community.
Lebanese and Israeli civilian representatives have held another round of talks in a coastal border town. They're part of a ceasefire monitoring mechanism led by the US and are the first direct negotiations in decades. Meanwhile, Israeli forces have been striking Lebanon nearly every day. Sena Hoda reports from Nakura in southern Lebanon.
Madrid, 1991. Lebanon and Israel hold bilateral negotiations as part of a Middle East peace conference. There were no results. The last deal was in 1983 after Israel's invasion of Lebanon. The U.S. brokered agreement was supposed to end the state of war, but a lack of national consensus led to internal fighting and the treaty collapsed.
4 decades later, Israeli and Lebanese diplomats are engaging in their first direct talks under the auspices of a U.S.-led military committee monitoring the November 2024 ceasefire. They are being held behind closed doors here in the coastal town of Nakura, close to the border with Israel. And many in Lebanon are asking, will this time be different?
Discussions are supposed to focus on solidifying what has largely been a one-sided ceasefire. At least that is what Lebanon wants. The Israeli army still occupies more than 10 square kilometers of Lebanese territory along the border and continues to carry out attacks under the pretext of preventing Hezbollah from rebuilding its military capabilities.
The current talks are focused on that, but over time, it's possible that they could evolve into broader topics that could begin to consider issues of a full cessation of hostilities. I doubt it will get to anything relating to peace, but certainly not now.
Lebanon's leaders say they have no choice but to engage in negotiations to avoid a new conflict, but they also say it doesn't amount to broader peace discussions, which the Trump administration has been pushing for. Even though the participants say security and economic tracks are advancing in parallel. Hezbollah has criticized the state's decision.
You offered a free concession, and this concession will neither change the enemy's position nor its aggression and its occupation.
The balance of power is not in the armed group's favor, but its rhetoric remains defiant. Hezbollah says it will only discuss disarmament when Israel stops bombing. Israel, for its part, says its troops will only withdraw when Hezbollah no longer poses a threat.
When they're all dead.
Set in public that question whether a security understanding, a political breakthrough, or what at all can be achieved.
I hope Jake Paul gets his ass beat. I really do.
Sena Hoda, Al Jazeera, Nakura,
I'm not watching the fight, but I really hope that
happens. The United Nations says the conflict in Democratic Republic of Congo has forced at least 84,000 people into neighboring Burundi. Boatloads of refugees are arriving daily from the border city of Uvira. The UN Refugee Agency says the numbers are overwhelming Burundi. Rwandan-backed M23 rebels.
I hope the guy
captured
puts a
Uvira
horseshoe
earlier
in his
last
glove.
week and have
It's
since
Jake
begun
Paul.
withdrawing from the town. Burundi has appealed for $35 million to cope with the influx.
We don't have the shelters as the situation is evolving to provide for this for the new arrival. And that is exposing people actually to even harsh weather condition, and we have started observing cases of cholera, which have been declared and confirmed by the Ministry of Health.
Now, for 2 days this week, Bosnia was classified as the most polluted city in the world. Smog is a big factor. Every winter, a thick haze blankets Sarajevo. As our Duana Prabinia reports, critics say the government's not doing enough to fix it.
You know what I hear? Give us money from a bunch of other countries. How about you go suck a dick and we're not going to give you anything? How about that? I found some naughty elder solid wood slab doors for only $65. That's pretty good. Looks like something out of a castle. That should be a pretty good it should be a pretty good door throw in there. Fill the bar so I could buy a back door there. The main card is just starting. Yeah, again, I really hope that he puts a horseshoe in his glove and then punches Jake Paul. But that's bad sportsmanship. Don't care. Don't care one bit. What's going on, Lightning? Let me go see what. So, like, Fox isn't really talking about stuff. The Syria bombings. Al Jazeera kind of moved on to something else. People are in Columbus, Ohio, which, I mean, it's just annoying. I don't care. Oh, people running around with the Mexican flag. Oh, no. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, they're going to go tire themselves out, especially Mama Fupa over there. What are you guys doing to fight the ice? Oh, we're running around in the middle of the night. Oh, okay. All right. You were getting what? Sir, I don't speak whatever that language is you typed in. I guess they're doing a car meetup. Anaheim takeover. No one cares. Turtle Boy legal defense fundraiser. No, I don't care about that. Jake Paul fight, MVP fights going on. I don't really care about the fight. People are watching stupid stuff in Portland. I don't care. Like, care about the war. I want war stuff. That'd be fun to cover. Talk about. Not whatever the hell we're seeing here. We're all going to make commentary on the fight. Lots of channels out there talking about the fight between some guy who's paid off people and then, another boxer who I don't know. I don't know. Did I see him troll Chris Christie? I did not see him troll Chris Christie. What did he do to Krispy Kreme? Tio, find me that. We'll put that on. Find me the troll, Tio. Find me the troll. Find me the troll, Tio. Tio, trolling. Tio, trolling Chris Christie, Tio. Chris Christie being trolled, Tio. I don't know if Tio's listening. I have no idea, but that's what we'll look for. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about tonight. Again, the meetup here, the cops are just eventually come and tell them to get off the property, which I think is just happening again. Like,
it is freezing out here. The news is still out here, you guys. Columbus police, they're not going anywhere, they said. So, we've been moving around. What's going on? I'm live right now on TikTok again. Yeah, you said. I'm not here to be for anybody. I'm just here to document. So I'm documenting what's going on right now. Right now, they're protesting because ICE is standing in this hotel right here, which is the Embassy Suites. So I'm just here to bring you guys the content. The police are right there. So if I was the police, I would be over there with them. No, I'm not the police, you guys. Absolutely not.
that's what a cop would say.
I am with citizens and wicked crimes.
Sounds like something a cop would say. You a cop? Sound like a cop. I think you're a cop.
These look like, these are regular people, you guys. It's white, black, yellow, and brown out here. All colors, all races are out here. Kids.
Why has it got to be black, yellow, brown, huh? Why not purple? Racist?
This is the hotel that ICE is supposed to be staying in, and this is called a noise protest. So they are out here protesting right now.
They do know other people stay in those hotels, right? Like, it could be, there could be two ICE agents in there. Hey, thank you very much, Polybius, for $20 for Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too.
Polybius6617 donated $20 through Super Chat. Merry Christmas, Wolf.
My bar should be rising because people have put $60 in, $70, but it's apparently not working at the moment.
You're in the Columbus area, pull on up. Yes, sir. Like I said.
I'll make a noise.
Yep, I follow you all the time. Riley Wells, right here, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Y'all want me to light him up?
Light him up, baby.
This little girl's, she might be 40-something years old, but she still got some shit in her. Come on, y'all. Come on, watch this shit.
He about to do a burnout. Yeah, we're off of Cleveland Avenue, you guys. We're off of Cleveland Avenue. That's one of the followers.
That was weak. That was a very weak burnout.
Guys. North side. Pull up. It's 2700 Corporate Exchange Drive. That's where they're at, Embassy Suites. This is the hotel that ICE is supposed to be staying at.
Supposed to be staying at. So they actually don't even know if they're in there.
Go to school, take their kids to school, let their kids go to school. People are scared to go to work. Thank you for the gift.
Why are you here illegally?
Like I said, when it's time,
you know what I'm not scared of going is to work. You know why? Because I'm not here illegally.
We are here. We're not going anywhere. Channel 10 News is out here. Whoa, what you want to get out the protest?
What you want us to get out of here?
I'm saying, what do you want them to get from this protest?
I don't know. We're trying to make these motherfuckers come out from there. You understand what I'm saying?
You're going to make them come out and do what?
Out from Columbus, that way we can be safe again.
Appreciate you, bro.
Again, if you're not here illegally, you have literally nothing to worry about. You can't really dox a hotel. It's a public business. But
this is where we're at, Embassy Suite, Columbus Police. They're not doing anything. They're not destroying any property. They're just out here protesting. So police is out here chilling. They out here giving people hugs, talking to people. They have the right to protest, you guys.
Well, they have a right to protest within the eyes of law, yes. Like, if you go out there and you do dumb shit, that doesn't count.
Come on, we'll run that shit back. You know how Jay Uso done?
He said he gonna run him back. So they out here making noise.
Like, if you're disturbing the peace or stuff like that, or causing a ruckus, or hurting a business, or trespassing, yeah, they can tell you to go F off.
It's active. Embassy Suites. Like I said, they got drums, they got saxophones, trombones, they got fucking pots and pans. They're making noise.
Sounds like you have all the makings of a good band, but all you sound like crap.
Cars are still pulling up. We are outside, you guys. Wicked Crimes, I need y'all to tap in, give us a share. It's cold. I'm standing out here in the fucking cold, but this is what we do. Tomorrow they're going to be on Parsons. It's getting active in the city, you guys. They said every day that they see ICE, they're outside.
I mean, again, you could go out there with a bunch of people with squirt guns, and this would probably be over pretty quickly.
Tap that screen, give us a share. Also, we got the Wicked Crime series. We're going to be dropping all the recap videos from last year into a series where you guys
called Stuff No One's Going to Watch.
Right here on TikTok. So check that out, coming soon. We get shit like this all the time, y'all. It is, there's a police. Police ain't bothering nobody. They got lawyers out here.
Lawyers are a waste of time. They don't do anything. It's a scary tactic.
So they got the legal advisors out here. Like I said, police are out here. Pull up if you guys are in the city and you want to be a part of this.
Well, again, so all the ICE agents probably inside have earplugs. They have a whole bar in there. They have a restaurant. They don't need to leave. Yeah, but I have more people on YouTube than you have, I think, on X. If you really want to play that game, Polybius, if you really want to play that game, remember I'm voice acting on the channel with 500,000 people. If you really want to play this game.
I'm just here to document.
And I just did the 5th episode for him, so.
Thank you, Mary. Shout out Mary. That's one of the new moderators on the team, Mary Price. We also got Raylyn, and we got KJ. Welcome to the team.
We out here to support the people that can't be out here. Que yo estoy acá con mi familia porque la gente que no puede estar acá están llevando a todos. Y this is a community. I can speak both English and Spanish. I was born here, and here I am fighting for the people who deserve to be here.
Again, if you want to come to this country, it's perfectly fine. You just come through the proper channels, just like everybody else. That's it. Like, it's not like a weird, like everybody's out to get you thing. You know, if you do the right thing, it's fine. I've been on for like 3 hours. Yeah, they all need hobbies. They need something else to do. There's the guy with his crapmobile trying to do a burnout, and his car just went forward and didn't do what he wanted. So it's not like it actually accomplished anything. But again, there's a lot of people out there, like, if you think what ICE is doing is okay, all of a sudden you're a racist bigot. But again, It's not. It's my family and Yuffie's family came here illegally and went through the proper procedures to come here. Right? That's not a big deal. And yeah, it takes time. But if you hate the country, then, you know, why do you want to come here so bad? You know, it's like, if you're not really happy here and our country sucks, then why are so many people wanting to come in here? And I don't know if you noticed, but the ICE protests are getting smaller and smaller every day because a lot of people don't believe in that crap. A lot of people don't care. People care there'll be billions in the street, but there's not. Instead, you just get some people that want to be out there whine and scream. And again, if you're inside the hotel room, you got earplugs, you got food, got a bar. You could get some drinks and just kind of hang out.
Right, that's dope.
That's actually pretty dope. Look, get it on mine too.
Man, appreciate my guy coming out, supporting the movement.
But again, the movement means nothing.
That's why they're trying to get rid of us.
Trying to get rid of who? Nobody's trying to get rid of anything.
Gotta get to work in the morning. Appreciate you putting the guys.
You're a bunch of children out there. Nobody cares. Bunch of people out there got bunch of people out there got jobs to go do, right? Next day. By the way, if she breaks from the branches on that tree, that's a very big lawsuit from the hotel. Yeah, again, all this is just, I mean, most of them look like they're kids out there, right? Like people who really don't care, have nothing better to do. It's winter. They're out for school. And a lot of them get really upset, right? Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you not support this movement? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't support it because I think it's dumb. You know, like, come here legally. That's all you got to do. Oh, but they're going after legal citizens. No, they're not. The only legal citizens they actually went after were people who were people who were stopping them from doing their job, right? And that was it. And, you know, yeah, they detained some people because they're acting like an asshole. They're going to be like, hey, I'm stopping this because, you know, whatever the reason. Could be that you're acting like a douche and getting in the way or whatever. And it upsets people. A bunch of people out there like, well, how dare you, you know, you support the police and blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, you know, there's a certain point where you're like, yeah, I don't want people illegally coming in here, not paying into the system and then benefiting from it. You know, I paid into the system for 39 years. A lot of people have paid in for 60 or 80 years. That's all there is.
This document. We're not here to judge. That's not our job.
Yeah, it is. You're literally judging people. That is what you're doing. You're judging that what they're doing does not make you happy for whatever reason.
We're not here to judge. We're here to document. A lot of people don't understand and realize that this is going down in our city.
Nobody cares.
That's why I'm out here as well.
People know what's happening. They don't care.
I mean,
there's a lot of people who came here legally from other countries that voted for this.
The police is out here, you guys.
So it's not like, you know, it's not like this whole thing of, oh, well, everybody's against this. Oh, no.
Out here burning out.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
Like burning your wheels and ruining your tires does not do anything. So. Do the same. Bring out your beater mobile.
Thank you, man. Be safe out here.
And smoke your tires. That really shows the man.
Said he about to burn it out. This is the noise protest.
That's not a burnout. That's him just going forward.
They are protesting ICE in Columbus, Ohio.
That is as weak as that guy's sperm
There's
count.
black, white, Mexican, Chinese. There's every nationality out here, you guys. It's not just one.
Apparently, black, Mexican, and Chinese make up the entire thing of the United States. He's going to be really surprised when he learns how many different Asians there are.
Actually, this protest stands for something. So the reason
It
why
stands
they're
for
making
nothing.
noise is because they feel
You're a
like
retard.
if ISIS want to come out here and terrorize families and have people scared, they're going to make sure ISIS is not able to go to sleep comfortably. That's why they're protesting.
They're going to put on earplugs and go to bed. And then they're going to be done. That's it.
There's no crime into that.
There is. It's noise pollution and disturbing the peace. It literally is a law.
A message? Stop trying to come to the city trying to destroy families. And do your proper job. Y'all looking for criminals, not for innocent families.
If you come here illegally, you are a criminal. That's it. Like the whole, like, you're destroying families? Again, why did you come here illegally? We were watching Hell's Kitchen the other night, and one of the runners-up in one of the seasons was an anchor baby. Well, yeah, and then they shoot each other in the street, Ace. I know, I used to live there. Yeah, find me that clip, Polybius. Tio has stopped responding. I think it's time for him to wank, so he's no longer able to respond. He's got to put his hands on his pecker. Tio, you masturbating? Is that what you're doing? You playing with your schlong? Your schmeckle? But again, everyone who comes here legally, like, there's this thing that they also try to push about how they try to tell people, or at least convince other people, that no American wants anybody else. They just want it to be a white ethno state. The majority of Americans don't care where you're from. The majority of Americans just kind of want to live their life, right? You know, and No Good Noob is now your new name, or I guess that's your real handle. Good old YouTube screwing up everybody's handle now, so I only recognize them from their images. But yeah, a lot of these people have never left or gone to another country and don't realize what other countries do. Like if you went to, for example, Europe, and you tried to go there without a visa, they would send you back home, and then they would charge you for the ticket. Oh, Teal getting some love from Happy Ending. That's called OCD, Polybius. You sent it? Where did you send it to? Where is it? Put in general? Put in general chat in the Discord. I'll grab from there. Whatever you're trying to send me, or PM on here, it's not going to pop up on here. You guys send it in Discord. YouTube does not like us to have a good time, so it tries to stop it every way it can. One is by not allowing links. No, here I was until my handle was revealed. I was born as a noob. Crafted by it. Exchanged by it.
His job, they fired. I heard Chris Christie lost his job. They fired Chris Christie. And they have a great young woman taking his place who happens to be Hispanic and happens to be phenomenal. She's going to do a great job. But they fired Chris Christie. And guess you know why? He wanted to eat all the time. No, they fired him. He was bad news. I heard Chris.
Oh no, they got rid of Krispy Kreme. They got rid of the fat bastard. Oh, that's funny. Well, laugh. It's about time. Screw him. Happy he's gone. Happy he is gone. I think a lot of people are happy he's gone. Again, there's a lot of incompetent people being kicked out of office, which has been nice. Don't stop getting thrown out of office. Don't stop. Oh, now Tio sends it to me. Oh, that's not Tio. That's Polybius sending it to me, not Tio. I'm surprised I have a heart attack either. Surprised he keel over.
Trump, he has vandalized. Well, here we are at the scene of yet another crime committed by Donald Trump. He has vandalized the Kennedy Center by putting his name on it. And he just needs to understand that, first of all, he can't do this single-handedly. Only Congress can authorize a change of name to the Kennedy Center. But yet he doesn't care about the law.
Have I thought about volunteering for stem cell research? You want me to grow 2 dicks? What do you want from me? Why am I volunteering for stem cell research? Have you guys seen the new head wraps for shit for brains? I have not seen head wraps for people with shit for brains. You're gonna have to help me on that one. I'm afraid I've missed that one. See Omar? Oh, that shit for brains. Yeah, I heard her son actually got I heard her son actually got like detained by ICE and might actually be getting thrown out of the country. Which again, I'm A-okay with that. I really am. I know people were like bitching and moaning about that too, going like, well, he's a citizen. It's like, is he though? I don't know. Oh yes, the last one. Oh, Polybius is going to get himself a new job to help me find feeds because Tio's out there wanking. Tio, it's okay to play with your schmeckle, but not during work time, buddy. Gotta put the little man away. Don't make me get Polybius to smack you in the pee-pee. Oh, they said it was a lie and they never talked to him? So it's just all bullshit? Oh, Jesus. So nothing happened with him. Her son was fine. What an idiot. What a freaking idiot. I should have known that was bullshit, but I guess I was hoping that his dumbass is no longer around. Oh well. Tio, I don't want anything from Portland. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. Like, I could care less about Portland. Everything about Portland is stupid. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that place. I hope a big earthquake happens and it sinks into the ground and takes everyone with them. That's what I hope happens. Well, again, because, like, what do we get to see? A bunch of the same idiots out there? Oh, boy. Oh, big change. Nothing happening. Oh, let me see what else is going on. Let me see if I can find something fun for us to talk about and watch. I sure the hell don't care about Portland. Here, we'll talk about this because I only skimmed this earlier. There's a chase? I'll take a freaking chase. So this is in Taiwan. 3 killed, 5 injured as a knife attacker went on a rampage in central Taipei, Taiwan, after setting off smoke bombs at a main trade station. You know, people always say if you have a knife, you can't do KO. Is the fight already over? Please tell me Jake Paul loses. Did Jake get KO'd? Please tell me. That would make my night. Do you think that Jake tried to pay him off and the guy was like, nope, I took him out? TKO. So he got into a fight with a real boxer he can't, you know, pay off, and they actually beat the shit out of him? Is that what you're telling me? Well, that is fantastic. That is great. Kept hugging dude's knees. Again, does not surprise me whatsoever. It really doesn't. Fell down like 20 times. Man, maybe the world is healing. Hopefully there'll be a recap of that so I can watch Jake get his ass handed to him. Maybe the guy will beat the shit out of Logan Paul next too. And we know for sure then the world is healing. So let me get this straight, because I'm not going to go back and watch the fight. So they get into a ring, because the fight only started not that long ago, right? Yeah, they were boxing. I believe it was boxing. So in the middle of it, Jake Paul gets punched in the face by a real boxer, and instead of fighting him, decides that he was going to drop down to his knees and suck the guy's dick? Is that what you're telling me? 3-minute rounds. Wow. I thought it was MMA. Was it MMA or was it boxing? I thought it was boxing. It was boxing. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, so they got in the match with each other, and he got punched by a real boxer, and now decides that the only way to win is by sucking his dick. Yeah, he sucked that dong about 20 times. So, from a scale of 1 to 10 of embarrassment, how much was it? A 9? Jesus. A 9. Oh, that is phenomenal. That is great. That makes my night. That's great. 9.5. Yeah, he got rocked. He made it longer than anyone thought. I would say a 7. Yeah, but I mean, again, he made himself out to be this this like phenomenal boxer who could take on, you know, all these people, and that he was tough shit. And then he got his bell rung. So yeah, I'm going to go with the 9. Talks a big game. The Tyson thing was rigged. Even Tyson himself kind of came out tongue in cheek and said it was rigged without actually saying fully it was rigged. So yeah, it's good that somebody went in there and just, you know, had enough of his BS. Either Tyson was high or paid off. I'm not sure which one. But I do know that the fight was a joke. Polybius, I'm not surprised. I don't know why, but I'm not surprised. He got schooled for sure. Well, that's awesome. That is great. I, for one, am happy about that. Again, folks, if you want to donate for Christmas stuff, Christmas is right around the corner. I'd very much appreciate it, everybody. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Buy me a coffee so I get it the same day. Yeah. Last match I ever watched. Oh. I, for one, would not be shot in the stomach with a cannon. I think I would die. But again, after all the other fights that I've watched with them, I'm just like, all right, this is kind of a just desserts, right? We're all waiting for this. Do they have to match it after YouTube takes its cut or before? What would Hillary and Pelosi do? Have a drinking contest? Like, I think what would happen is if you had the Pelosi and Hillary challenged to a fight, they would each one of them be like what the kings and queens would do and be like, we're just going to pick on next person. You know what I mean? Like, we're just going to pick somebody else to be our champion. That was worth watching. I don't know. I haven't watched any fights in a long time. I haven't been really into watching any of them. Like, watching MMA got boring. It was always kind of the same fights, right? Watching a lot of boxing got boring because it was just, again, there was no sport into it anymore. It just kind of felt the same. So, I mean, did I miss anything? I could always go watch the recap of I can always go watch the recap of the fight and get just as much enjoyment out of it. You know, like, I don't have to go watch the whole thing. Did I forget to put the shekel thing up there? I did. I was not paying attention. Did someone come in here just to say curse the United States and then left? Seems like a bitch move. There you go. I'm trying to help one of my Portland friends at the moment. They're in Portland. They're screwed. What are you trying to help them for? I'm just putting this up. Someone typed in trans women are biological women. The community note says trans women are biologically men. Let's see what else is going. I've been on for 3 hours and a half. Not much happening. Again, there's a lot of Epstein photos coming out. I think people are just releasing left and right. I just don't think people give a shit anymore. They're just gonna start releasing stuff regardless. Good night, Lightning. Take care. I think I'm gonna head out too. There ain't much else going on tonight. Oh, thanks, Savage.
Latvian Savage has just tipped $10. Meal was succulent. I can confirm. Happy Baller Friday. Shout out to Jessica, the HR manager at my job. WHO asked for a gift for her stocking stuffer and I filled it up with the morning after pill to save her money in the long run.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. God damn. Thank you very much for the tedder. Latvian Savage donated 32. So Latvian Savage 30, Garbo 50. Oh, Jesus. The bar's not working for super chats for some reason. Otherwise, it should be up to 100. Attorney General Pam Bondi came out and said, President Trump is leading the most transparent government, right? We did community notes on one side. I might as well do it on the other. By moving the unseal these documents, blah, blah, blah. The newly Epstein files required by law to reveal in full and have 119 pages fully blacked out. Not very transparent, if you ask me. Show them all. Show them all. I want to see them all. Every single one of them. I don't know who's the JJ's broken. I do want for Christmas to someone send me a really old crappy AK I can restore. That would be really fun. Give me a hobby, something to do out in the garage. So the pictures weren't, but all the lists and stuff, that's what was. And there's 119 pages again blacked out, which myself and everybody else agrees that it would have been great if if that was out there. Again, I'm not really on anybody's side here. If you're out there abusing children, I don't care. You need to go burn in hell with the rest of them. Sorry. Can I link my wish list? Sure. I can link my... I gotta remember how to get there. RoansGift.com. I think I have to remove some stuff off of it. Okay. There we go. And I know people are out there who've come into my channel and started being like, well, if Trump's on there, what are you going to say? I'm like, he can burn in hell with the rest of them. Like, what the fuck? Oh, well, they got nothing to say, right? You got nothing to say to that one, do you, buddy? I came in there to talk shit to him about being a Republican. I realized he's libertarian. Yeah. The trailer winch hinge would be nice. I have a, what they call a... I have a, what they call a toolbox winch. Here's a winch holder, would be nice. Now I could throw the winch on top of it. Goes in my tailgate. Yeah, there's some other stuff like heater and stuff. Thanks. That's all. I'm thinking I'm going to head out for tonight. I'm kind of out of steam. There's nothing to talk about. So, there's my link to the Thrones gift. You guys want to cash a Venmo, whatever. PayPal, that'd be great. I'm not calling you a wench. Said a winch. Because again, I have a toolbox winch that goes on the back, and I need the thing to mount it. Anyways, you have a good one, everybody. I am out of here for the night. You take care. Go to see Yuffie. She's live right now. She could use some holiday stuff. She's really stressed out. So, if you guys want to go help her, that'd be great. Loveparian, thank you for the 30. Garba, thank you for the 50. Polybius, thank you. You have a good night, everyone, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.